Yo, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another video, or welcome to the channel. I'm BHScapes. Today we're going to be escaping a awesome little nano tank of sorts. I would class this a nano tank, I suppose. So let's go ahead and swing this around. We can check out the tank and where we're going to get all our plants and stuff from. So just real quick, the plants from the planting house plant. Look how crazy it's going. This is all new, so like they probably like stopped it about here. All these new roots just up in here as well. They're going absolutely crazy. It's going on the back there, but like all that's grown is coming up out the back side here as well. I'm gonna start like hanging it over this way as well, but we'll see how all that goes. Swinging down over here, we have the little bowl aquarium. Kind of got neglected a little bit when we moved houses. All the shrimp were, I don't know if they died beforehand. I'm pretty sure they did. Like I couldn't really find them at all ever. But we're getting a lot of plants out of here. As you guys can see, there's so much duckweed and everything on top of that as well. So we're going to try and get as much of that off as possible. But we're going to be using a lot of that stuff in there, so all the nutrients and everything like that. Coming down into this tank down here, I'll leave all the dimensions on the screen. I believe it's an Aqua 1 style tank. It's got a built-in filter and light as well. And I was kind of assembling some like wood and stuff in there. So that's some red, I think it's called ironbark. It's an Australian kind of wood. I soaked it for about 2 and a bit weeks. Let all the tannins come out of it. It should be all right. There's maybe a little bit that will leak through. I've kind of sanded back a lot of the sharp areas as well, so all that should be good. So we're going to go ahead and play around with that, but that's for a later time. So yeah, I guess for right now, let's just start breaking down the bowl and getting out all the materials we need. So the bowl has been pulled apart. Everything is all out, as you guys can see. The only thing I've done is put the bag of the aqua soil over in that one, just because I didn't want it to be leaking everywhere, because it has like this black tinge to it. I might sprinkle a little bit more in there. We do have some in a bag that's fresh stuff, so I'll put a little bit of that in there. We'll use this sand here to kind of bank things up, and it's kind of like an underlay as well, extra nutrients, all that stuff. But check out how long I guess what are they called? Stems, I suppose? Like the roots of these bloody, what are they called? Is it Salvinia, maybe? Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. I'll put it up on the screen anyways, but that is absolutely crazy. Clearly they're sucking up all the bad nutrients in there. So we'll use a couple of those as well, which will be awesome. I think I had a really cool detail to the start. We have a bunch of little stems over here. I forget the name of them as well. Maybe rotundifolia, maybe? We got really short ones. We got a couple of really long ones. We have our Anubias over here as well. It has seen better days. Some new leaves are starting to shoot and stuff like that. But a couple of those clumped up in like kind of like that middle rock area, I think will look really cool. So we have those to use, and then yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We have a couple of rocks and stuff that we'll chuck in. A little bit of the dwarf hair grass that we'll probably chuck in as well. I might be able to find a little bit more of this at the shop, because I was planning on using this in a different scape as well. So we'll see how we go. We got one piece of this we'll chuck in. I think it'll die because it did in the other one when I moved it. But yeah, I suppose for right now, let's go ahead and just start chucking in the sand, getting it kind of banked up in an area that we want to be able to use it at. So let's go ahead and push that over into the new tank. There we have it. Doesn't really look like it much on camera, but there is a fair bit of a slope, especially in this back corner. I'm going to be going with a triangular composition. As you guys can see, it just says like a fair, like probably 2 inches, I suppose. Plenty of planting room in there for us to be able to plant all our stems into. Now comes the fun part. We can start putting in this hardscape. Now, I kind of had an idea of where I wanted things to go, kind of like building up into kind of this tower, but we'll see how it all goes and where exactly we want it. We're probably going to have to glue some of it, so I'm going to be using some of this Sienna Acrylate super glue. It's plant, fish, shrimp safe, all of that good stuff, and probably just a little bit of paper towel in between there to hold it all together. So let's go ahead and start chucking those in and see where we're at from there. Happy with the way that looked. It's been a little bit since you guys actually saw it. I had to kind of took a while to get those glues, and this glue here didn't work too well with the tissue paper, so I had to try and like get the like gels form like working and stuff. But anyways, all sorted, all in. I think from this like perspective anyways, it looks really cool. It looks kind of interesting like from up here, and I think it's gonna come out really cool with all the plants and everything. So I'm gonna obviously put all the stems in the background and everything like that. We'll put a couple of epiphytes up in the front area, and I just went out and picked up this just here. Oh, I just went again and picked up our tops, like our decorative sand. It's kind of like this real browny, like earthy style, really natural looking. It's called Sahara Gold. That's probably better. Brand's Aqua Neutral, not sponsor or anything. I just, this is what I'm kind of fish shop stock. I think I buy this brand every time. It's pretty much like just the easiest, most convenient one. And I got a 10 kilo bag. I don't think we're going to be using all of this at all. I think probably a half of it should suffice. But we're going to go ahead and take out our hardscape, put that back in, and then we can go ahead and, we'll put our wood back in. We might add a few rocks here and there, and then some scatter gravel, and then we should be ready to go with planting. So let's go ahead and chuck in this sand. So I may have forgot to press record that last bit. I don't know exactly, but yeah, just pretty much just poured in our sand this here, added in 2 stones. I think that's going to be enough for what we want to do. I might actually go ahead and add this little bit in up here as well. Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that. I'm going to add something else, bit of interest to that foreground there, but without taking away too much from everything else. Like all my rocks here that I have are just too big. But now we're going to go ahead and chuck in this scatter gravel. I do have some white stuff in there, which normally I would take out, but honestly, it tends to get like just scuffed around and put wherever it wants anyways, and it kind of just gets buried. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it in there and just see how we go with everything. So let's go ahead and just pour all this in. Alrighty guys, we're up to the fun part of the build here. Let's go ahead and start with the planting. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start with the epiphyte plants. So those that don't need to be, their roots don't go into the soil. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I've pinched a couple of things out of the beta tank that I've had in storage, and also the big 2-foot Tetra tank as well. I got like some Java phones, everything like that. Unfortunately, there is duckweed on all this, so this tank's probably going to get riddled with it, but that's alright. We can go ahead and, I don't know, we'll just start putting things around and see how it all looks by the end of it. Right, yeah, it's been about 2 weeks since we moved from the place back here. Different place. I don't know if I even told you guys, but the tank isn't staying at our house. It's come over here to my sister's place. So we've got it up on these shelves up here. We've got the fish currently temperature acclimating up top. Just in here, we'll be able to see maybe what they are. So there we go. We've got some Endler Guppies up in here. I think they turned out really cool. We got a couple of different breeds as well, like, or strains, I suppose. So they've been in here for just long enough, so we're going to go ahead and cut the bag. We'll open it up and turn the light on and let them swim around. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop in our guppies. So the guppies are all in there. They'll probably just go chill around the backside here, I would imagine, for a little bit. So let them chill out for about half an hour and we'll try and get some cool shots of them later on. Oh yeah, it's been a couple of hours since we last let the tank off. It's now night time. Everyone's back home. They like the tank. The fish are happy. They're chilling out. I've since put ahead in the API Quick Starter, not sponsored at all. Just use that and it works a treat. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze in one of my filtered sponges as well. So the tank is essentially established as well. So yeah, I guess we can. As you guys can see, the fish are chilling out in there. They're all happy. We'll leave them for a couple of days. I'll overlay some awesome shots just at the end if any of you guys are interested in that. And we'll go to make sure that we'll come back in about a month's time and check out an update for this. So if you have stuck around for this long, don't forget that like button and subscribe. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.